Lush, large, waxy green leaves. Green to red berries splayed out over long, downward sloping branches. Protection of grandmother trees that have been living above them for decades. Roots reaching down into dark, soft, rich soil from centuries of volcanic and organic matter. These are the coffee plants you will see covering the hillsides and forested areas of the Chiriqui highlands in and around Boquete, Panama. The culture up here, for the last few hundred years at least, has been strongly influenced by the growing and protecting of this exotic plant and commodity. If you want to taste amazing coffee and see how good coffee is grown, then come to the side of the Volcan Baru and visit Boquete. Bienvenidos. Welcome and thank you for joining us for Season 1, Episode 5 of the PanaFamilia Podcast with Eduardo and Nicole, where we discuss our experience relocating to and raising our 3 young children here in Panama, share our journey of building our new farm and home here in Central America, and let you know what we're learning along the way. We're glad you're here. Vámonos! Here we are, back from our trip to Boquete last weekend, and on the last episode we kind of mentioned doing a recap. It was kind of a joke, but then we figured, why not? Gives us some content, and
we're content makers now. We got to talk about everything we do.
So we wanted to share with you guys our trip. We were only there Saturday and Sunday, just a short one-night trip, but we tried to kind of go to all the major, attractions or like reasons why you would visit Boquete.
With kids. With
children, yeah. So this wasn't like a parents trip or adult trip or anything.
Yeah.
So if you have kids, if you're a family, then it's definitely doable to take a weekend there. So Boquete's up in the mountains, called the Chiriqui highlands. It's like an altitude of 1,400 meters or almost 5,000 feet, which is a pretty high altitude. It's still, rainforest, tropical weather, but it's definitely cooler. I think it stays probably under 28 Celsius most of the time, and that's probably high.
Yeah, or 80 degrees. It's pretty cool down up there.
Yeah, and fresh. It's cloudier. I don't know. It's beautiful. So it also stays like a little wetter and lusher green, I guess. And I would say from like if you were driving there from Panama City, it would probably take, I'm assuming 10 hours or plus 10 hours depending on traffic. But if you were to fly from Panama City to David, it's an hour.
An hour at most.
Yeah,
it's a pretty direct shot. Getting there is not very complicated.
It says like Boquete Highway or something in David.
Since it is, a lot of people go visit there, it's pretty straight shot to get there. And yeah, it would be pretty far drive from Panama City, but that could be a good excuse to see all of Panama, because you basically have to go through all of Panama.
The whole country.
To get to Boquete.
Yeah, once you drive into the town, you can see how much care they take to make it a beautiful town. There's beautiful flower arrangements and like art installations with like plants and flowers. The downtown area is really cool, and you kind of just drive right straight into that, and you just immediately start seeing just restaurants everywhere and shopping. Coffee shops. There's lots of viveros and like just side of the road kind of pop-up tents with like plants and coffee and fruits and vegetables, and just, yeah, it's just kind of all around you, and the busyness is just right there as you enter the city or the town.
And this is probably the most touristy town we visited in Panama, and you can definitely see it right away because of all the restaurants, and just like there's a lot going on, which is nice. You know, that's the nice thing about tourism. It does create more businesses and commerce. So food options there's a lot of places to eat, a lot of different places to eat. There's a lot of stuff to do. Most of the people going to Boquete are people that are retired, younger people, you know, backpackers, hostel, people that are staying at hostels, and then people that want to get away from David, you know, local Panamanians that want to get away from the heat, because David is an hour away, but you could drop 10 degrees, Celsius just going from 1 hour up into the mountains, and
it seemed like they probably had a nightlife there too. It seemed like there were lots of bars and
and I think that's where the
places.
Younger Panamanians and the people kind of go up there to party a little bit, but it's not a overwhelmingly like
some
crazy party town. I mean, we walked around downtown with the family around 8 o'clock, and it never felt like
there were lots of families out.
Lots of family. It never felt like, oh, maybe we should close the kids' eyes when we walk by that place. It's a very, very neat town.
But many retirees either choose that place or look into it, just because there is a huge retired community there. We've talked to a lot of people here where we live that looked into that area too. And any relocation tour that you take is going to stop in that town and show you around. We also, like, as soon as we started driving around the outskirts a little bit, just immediately you just see coffee everywhere, all over the hillsides, any, like, nook and cranny or open land almost. Just, it was, like, coffee plants everywhere. And the coffee plants were beautiful. I've seen coffee plants in pictures, but, like, to see them everywhere with their, like, big waxy leaves and green berries, like, they're beautiful, and they grow tons of it up there because of the climate. We stayed at an AirBandB that was like I guess kind of like an apartment / like mini hotel, and it was about a 5-minute walk from downtown. It was really nice. It wasn't too expensive, because when we did look at AirBandB, everything was really expensive except for this one place, and I'm not sure why, because it was really nice, but it was more of a hotel room, because it was like a 1-room thing with 2 beds, a kitchenette, and a gorgeous view of the eastern mountains, which we were able to watch the moon come up that night. It was really magical. We were like, what is that light?
Yeah, we first
like
thought
shining over the mountains.
Yeah, we thought someone had some obnoxious light on
or you were like, oh, I think that's the city on the other side or something. And I was like, that is a lot of light.
And then it kind of I was like, oh, that's a moon.
It happened to be a full moon.
Yeah.
It was really pretty. And then the next morning, we were really excited to watch the sunrise right there. So we watched that too, and just had a nice slow morning, and then headed into downtown for a delicious breakfast at
Sugar and Spice. That's one of the perks of that town is there's a lot of places to eat, a lot of different places to eat. You have, burgers, you got Mexican food, you got
diners, kind of.
Diners, a lot of diners, because I'm assuming the older retired crowd.
Bakeries,
a lot of bakeries, a lot of coffee shops. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of options, and
so we kind of saw it as like a food tour.
Yeah, it's more about the food. Yeah, food tour for us. Yeah, and then we went to a coffee shop and we tried the famous Geisha coffee. It's just this. I'll let Nicole talk about the Geisha part of it.
I don't really know about it. It's just a super specialty, expensive coffee bean, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a super special coffee that they grow up there, and we just like, oh, screw it, let's try it out. And it was kind of like a show the guy put on it for us. We smelled the coffee beans and told them which one smelled better, and he would tell us one is natural or one is washed, and one is just like how it's picked or how it's roasted. And we picked the non-washed one. That one smelled way better, and he just put it over a table and brewed it right in front of us with some like coffee filter over like a test tube lab.
It's called a pour over.
A pour
Only
over.
The very serious of the serious coffee drinkers.
Yeah, so he was making it in front of us.
We haven't used it before.
Yeah, we've never used it before. I mean, I've come to appreciate coffee over the years because of Nicole. She's more of a coffee connoisseur than I am. I just, drink it. I'm just like wine. I just kind of throw it down the mouth and enjoy it. But yeah, that was fun. It's just more. That was more of like, do it while you're here.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd be drinking Geisha every day if I lived there, but it was like, we're here, let's do it. And that was pretty fun. That was, it's kind of like drinking tequila in the town of Tequila.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hikes to waterfalls, but like they're all 2 hours plus to get to the waterfall, so we can't do it with the kids. So we went to a coffee farm first.
Well, what about Carmen and Lazar's? That was really pretty.
Oh yeah, we first went to our friends Carmen and Lazar's.
Saturday, yeah.
They lived a little past Boquete up this like loop road that takes you through Boquete and then around it and then back down. We hung out at their place. They have a beautiful spot right next to one of the rivers.
Yeah,
and we just
beautiful.
Hung out there, enjoyed the views.
Walked around. You walked around their property.
Walked around their property, and then we took a drive up the mountain that loops back down into town, and we saw a lot more produce farms. They grow a lot of their produce up there just because of the milder climate. We saw peppers, we saw onions, we saw tomatoes.
Yeah, lots of greens and stuff.
A lot of greens like cabbages and stuff like that, and it was really nice.
Kind of reminded me of like when you drive through like Watsonville and stuff like that. All the greens in the ground and the sprinklers and the
yeah. The soil is just dark, and it's all volcanic soil because it does nestled up against Volcan Baru. It's on the other side of Volcan Baru.
Yeah, well, we walked around downtown that evening looking for food. We were we were looking for a falafel place that Eddie had found on Google. Speaking of, I just wanted to say, Google Maps here is very helpful. We don't ever use the Apple Maps. We use Google Maps. Not that this is an ad for Google, but...
unless they want to pay us.
But... we saved favorites and it all. We read through the reviews on there. But anyways, this place was a food cart we were looking for, and we just couldn't find it. So we just kind of started walking around, and Eddie finally found his street food that he'd been looking for the last 3 months, and it was some guy cooking up a bunch of meat kebabs, and it looked good and smelled good. I think he had his those were his kids, his teenage kids working with him. It was kind of a cute little family place, and it was big and it was busy. So we just got hot dogs and kebabs and
vegetables.
Stood around. Yeah, there were some peppers and onions on there. And we just stood around and ate that. And the next day, we got breakfast at Sugar and Spice, which was recommended by a friend here. And it was a really cool diner. It was very busy. They also have a bakery with lots of good breads and pastries. Of course, we had some more coffee there. I feel like we drank a lot of coffee.
Yeah, you drink a lot of coffee up there.
Because also at Carmen and Lazar's, they gave us that coffee tonic, iced coffee tonic thing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And then after that, we were okay, what are we gonna do? I think that's when we went to the coffee farm, right?
We drove up to the mountain and found a coffee farm that Nicole found called Dos Jefes.
It was only 5 to 10 minutes from town.
Yeah.
But you feel like you're far away because you go in the mountains, but it's right there.
Yeah, everything's just right there. You just these roads, you go straight up, so you get away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But we ended up at this coffee farm. We walked around for a bit.
They do really cool tours there, but we didn't want to take a tour. We just wanted to visit.
Yeah, walk around, and we saw all the stuff they use and all the coffee. I guess would be considered a coffee orchard. I don't know.
plantation,
I guess.
All under like big shade trees. Yeah, that's how coffee likes to grow.
Yeah, just everywhere, and
it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful views of town. And then from there, we found a place called Eco Park, which the best way to describe it is like park slash
theme park, kind of?
Theme park.
Like a nature theme park?
Nature theme park.
Yeah. Geared towards families with
kids. And it's on top of the mountain. Nicole just found it on Google, and we just went to it, and...
well, you can see this giant cross on the hillside from the town of Boquete.
Yeah, there's this giant cross.
And I was like, oh, that's where the cross is. I thought it was like a lookout point, but it was like this whole theme park thing.
Yeah, and there's just like a handful of rides for the kids, and there's just a lot of beautiful viewpoints and a lot of walking, and there's like a little trail there you can take. Nicole went down the Avalanche, is like their main ride, which is basically an inner tube going down the mountain.
A slide.
A
giant slide.
And she was screaming louder than Jude, so that was pretty funny.
I only went down because I didn't want Jude to go alone.
Yeah.
It was a lot faster than I expected. It was pretty fun. But there is an entrance fee, too, to get in, so it's not like a free-for-all.
No, it's not free. Yeah. It's like there's people working there. It's an actual theme park, and some people say it's kind of a steep price for that place, but, hey, like, it's pretty well taken care of. It's clean. The workers are all very nice. The workers are all very attentive and
knowledgeable.
It's not going to be free to be at a place like that. But they had a petting zoo.
A very big one.
A very big petting zoo with a nice tour with a very educated guide.
It wasn't like the fair in Turlock where you just go into a pen with a bunch of animals and they lock you in a gate.
Yeah, no. He like walked you through, and you saw everything. All these animals, turtles. Bunny, sheep, chickens, ducks, everything, pigs.
There were deer there.
Deer. I've never seen deer.
White-tailed deer, at a petting zoo.
And there's a restaurant there. We were pretty full from breakfast, so we didn't eat. But yeah,
just the top, which was really nice.
Yeah, the weather makes everything so much enjoyable.
Yeah, it was like sprinkling a little and breezy, and up on the mountaintop, kind of. You do this whole loop through it, and it was just really beautiful and enjoyable up there. I mean, I would love to go back.
If you have no kids, I probably wouldn't go.
Yeah, I mean, not for that price. You could probably find a hike similar to that.
For free,
yeah.
Or $5, whatever it is.
But it ended up being really great for the boys. They really had fun. There were lots of just random, giant swings they could swing on, and we all swung on. There was playgrounds that our 3-year-old and 1-year-old crawled around on. You were going to take me to one other park at the end, but we didn't go there because you'd been sick.
There's a park in the middle of town with a bunch of flowers.
Like a botanical garden?
No, it's just like a little park you walk through, like a little walkway.
They just have a lot of kind of like floral art, like I was saying. Like they just do really pretty things with all the flowers and stuff there. Which was they had these big archways with like potted flowers, and you walk under them, and then at night they're all lit up too, which was really cool. And there's tons of butterflies there because of all the flowers. When we did the trail at the eco park, they had all these signs for the different birds you could see there, and they had the bird's name in English and Spanish, and then the scientific name of the bird. So I mean, it was right up our alley. We stopped at Sugar and Spice again on the way out to grab a loaf of sourdough, a croissant, and you got some chocolate cream pie. And that was... I
wanted cheesecake, but...
The cheesecake was already out, yeah. It was nice to have those resources there. It's not something we're used to here, I mean, that's the price we pay for a quieter, slower town. So going there, it was nice to kind of splurge a little bit and get some stuff that usually, we don't have, or we just have to make at home.
Yeah, we kind of, once we were driving home, we kind of was this is a place that, I can see why people choose to live here. Mm-hmm. Not for us because it's not close enough to the ocean, but we like the fact that it's not that far away from where we live right now. So if we do want to get away from the heat, we can just go up there. We kind of figure that can be our spot to get away from the heat. Because a lot of it for us, when we go to places, we just want to go somewhere that's beautiful, and then we can have some good food. I kind of had my what I thought was going to be. I was kind of like, oh, do I want to go there? It sounds a little touristy, but it was fun.
Yeah.
You know,
I was pleasantly surprised.
Surprised.
Yeah. And I would definitely we definitely want to go back and like have it be one of our little getaway spots, like Eddie just said. So we would recommend going there to visit. Yeah. There's our Boquete recap.
Yeah, no, we get it. We get the Boquete hype.
We do get it now.
We get it now. We get it now. It's the Boquete hype.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time on the PanaFamilia Podcast.